Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway. Easy way strange, cause I'm trying through the climb, I ain't right pain. You never hit the bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's fucking key ingredient is belief. They'll see with the negativity, but I just gotta right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that can change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn it to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can push some more. Push past, start a plan, and you find a door. Open it up, and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, still go, go, there's no hope, still go, I never answer to no, I still go, go.
I woke up this morning, I didn't give a fuck. Took the first sip of my coffee, and I knew I still didn't give a fuck. It's a beautiful morning, and guess what? I don't give a fuck.
In this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on with it? A little bit. I got a little bit of time to spend with you guys today. We got dildos, we got grifting, we got bets, we got loss of friends, and we have sorrow today on the menu. Interesting. There's been some. I was scrolling the old Twitter streets, and I came across several things that made me smirk. And I had a look-see at it, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. And also, I made a video the other day about Ernie shelling these weird simp people, these people who are always trying to give him another chance. He's going to change this time. No, he's going to get out and put ginormous dildos in his anus again. He's going to get out. He's going to grift more. He's going to get out. He's going to do more scamming people. He likes butt sex. Nothing's going to change. It's all going to stay the same. So there should be no sorrow for people like that. And there's no second chance. There's no, he's got mental health problems. I mean, I think he's a little mental, yeah, but he's not a mental case. I mean, he's a kind of a mental case. I'm not really rolling the dice too good here, but look, people, if he was not competent, he couldn't go on the stand, right, and snitch all on his brother, right? He couldn't have done that, right? They would have said he's crazy, right? Now, I think he's crazy for those dildos that are like that big, and they're always black and fluorescent pink for some reason. Why are they black and fluorescent pink? Why? They're black and fluorescent pink. The two colors that he dreams about are big black dildos in and out his anus, and then for some odd reason, fluorescent pink. But we've seen it numerous times. Hashtag DildoGate. He put dildos in the Summer Wells case. He's not out of control. He's a weirdo, right? But, also you have Seth. And, speaking of sorrow, I start to feel sorry for the guy because he's out there. And Seth's a tough subject for me, but we'll get through it. He's out there by himself in front of the sheriff's office. No YouTube friends. Like, all the green team has this shit all over this guy. They used up this guy. They used him up. They grifted every dollars and cents they can get off him, right? They completely exploited him, and they just left him out the drive. Now he's just looking fat and freckly by himself with a sign, and no one's out there. No one's out there with him. It's pretty bad. But, him too, with the sorrow, feel guilty for me, just the thumbnail says. So we're going to get into it. And, I do believe Seth cursed himself. I believe Seth cursed himself so much, and we'll talk about it. It's something in the past, but we'll get into it. Let some people get up in here first. Wow, a lot of people just came in here. I don't know why it just did that, but a lot of people are in here. I only see a couple commenters, though. What's up, Mr. Nobody? The best Ernie Shell memes in the world. We got Skunky. Wifey is dropping awareness links. Excuse me. Let me put this on YouTube comments only so it doesn't confuse me with my ADD. Seems to me Ernie can't seem to get out. So I came across a very interesting video. I think we'll go Ernie Shell first, right? Now, this came after I put a short out about how I thought it was a trailer to this live about the dildos. And then I made a video about how people should not just trust this dude. He doesn't have mental issue. All this weird shit people are saying, right? And it happens all the time with Ernie, right? He tugs on the heartstrings. He puts the cowboy hat on, right? And he plays with his dildos. And these women that, and I know a lot of people are lonely out there, but they fall in love with the guy. No, he's not going to change. He's always a grifter. But so on that video, Evil Ghost, who relentlessly covers Ernie Shell, shout out to Evil Ghost. Shout out to any channel that brings a lot of awareness to this guy, because he is a complete scammer, piece of shit, right? But they left a comment. Evil Ghost said, "Did you check this video out that so-and-so put out?" I forget the channel's name. I will link everything here in a minute as we watch it together. And I didn't watch it, but what this video is, so Ernie Shell he's driving around wasted and all this, high as a kite, right? He's sitting on dildos, running from the police. He's squirming around, right? And he's wasted, right? He's driving drunk. Now, we don't know the whole thing, but here's what I want to get to. He ended up, if everything's true, he ended up, driving under the influence of some sort, violating his probation. Now, this video I'm about to show you is he's actually in court in front of the judge, right? And he lies to the judge. People know about his stolen valor and stuff. The judge is listening to this. It's very interesting, this video here. It's not that long, but it's about a couple minutes long. But you have stolen valor in this courtroom video. You have the judge say, I'm getting a lot of outside stuff happen on this case, meaning like YouTube, meaning people contact the courthouse and stuff. So you have the judge talk about the outside stuff, the stolen valor, and she specifically states the stipulations of his probation, which is random drug testing, blah, 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 drugs and alcohol. So we know that he's in the hospital. There's people feeling sorry for him, but it's interesting for the people who, love Ernie Shell and he's going to give him a second chance. This is him lying to a judge. So if you think he's going to be truthful to you, somebody he doesn't even know. This is him lying to a judge, right? Now, for what it's worth, I've been in Ernie's spot. I've, had the file public defender forms out. I've been in jail. So they do ask you these questions. Now, I've never hit the old I'm a veteran box because I'm not, right? And I don't know if they're going to look into it or not. But obviously they didn't in his case. So let's have a look at this video. It's well worth a watch, right? And then we're going to get into Seth. He's fat and freckly. He's by himself. But these two people are asking for sorrowness, and they want everybody to, feel sorry for them. And they brought all this on themselves, people. And that's just what it is. But we shall have a look at this video, okay? Let's have a look-see at it, shall we? A quick look-see. This is the original, and this person did a really good video, or it is, I guess it is. So the channel name that I'm speaking of is going to be the channel name is called, guys, hold on, let's get this right. Big. Let's make it big size. How about let's make it ginormous like the dildos Ernie's put in his butthole? That's what I want. That's what we want. Okay. So we're ginormous style. Now, let's tinker it down a little bit. Now, did she really not say thank you? So this channel is called Degenerate Lost, right? We'll give it a thumbs up, and we'll give it a share in the comments. But this would be the original stipulations of the probation. Let's go back to ginormous size as Ernie's dildos, black and fluorescent pink, and let's have a listen.
All right, Mr. Shell's before the court for sentencing.
The PSI with Mr. Shell.
I got the channel in the chat.
Discuss with you as well.
How is the volume? One if it's good, two if it sucks.
I went to the offender statement, and I discussed the nature of that with Mr. Shell. And Your Honor, I'm aware that there were some unusual circumstances with this case and the involvement of 22 verses I've shown up here in court. However, upon speaking from
looking for the title up, said,
culpability and
thank you.
Again,
have you guys seen this? Let me drop the link one more time in chat.
there is also the matter
See in here, Wolf.
somebody who's being extradited from
Yeah.
another state.
You got Ernest Shell. Look at that freeze frame. You got Ernest Shell. You got his, I guess this would be his public defender, unless one of his tiger people grifted him a lawyer. So you have Ernest Shell. Look at the mustache. He's got the stash. He's got the stash. He's detoxed off all alcohol and drugs and / ginormous black and fluorescent pink dildos at this point. But this is Ernest Shell. This is defender, and this is prosecutor. The lawyers telling the judge, he's been in this much time, blah, 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 blah. There's no pushback too much from the state, but let's hear the judge's own words. And this is where I'm getting at with this video. Let's have a listen.
Understand that Mr. Shell does have paperwork indicating that he actually signed that tradition waiver on August 26, 2024. So we do think that might give him some additional custody time.
Kind of low. The video is. I'll turn it up as much as I can. Thank you.
He was, I believe, booked in at MCBC on September 6th.
So we're not in the two.
Highest I can get it, unfortunately.
No.
Okay, all right,
Judge, all of that being said,
yes,
we would request the privilege of probation in Mr. Shell's case,
okay,
and that would be based on several different factors. He does have a stable residence.
Happy P has joined us. What's happening, Mama?
Statement, Judge.
Molest
I know
that.
that one of his biggest concerns, as he mentions in the PSI, is to get out and take care of his mother, who's very ill. And he realizes that he may not be able to go.
Oh, keep in mind, and my people who are on Ernie Shell in the chat, correct me if I get anything wrong. So one of the stipulations is he cannot go state to state. Now, somebody let me know in the chat what state this is right here that we're looking at. Secondly, I can recall that he went to Tennessee as of recently, right? So in probation, real fast, I can attest to this. You cannot leave on felony probation. You can't even leave the county. Like the next county over that you live in, you cannot go there without verbal permission from your probation officer. They usually let you go. You don't have to ask if it's for work related. Now, that's just leaving the county. If you leave the state, you need not verbal, but written permission from your probation officer. It is a big no-no. You cannot leave the state. Anybody know where Mustache is in this courtroom? Kentucky and his recent issues are in Arkansas. Thank you very much. That wraps it up. So we can now, this is coming from the judge's, this is the courthouse itself, people. So we can count these violations up when they sew his butthole up from those dildos and they detox him off of these drugs and alcohol that he almost wrapped the car around a telephone pole. We have at least one violation, leaving the state, right? Let's have a listen. Let's continue.
And he has accepted that, and he's willing to certainly follow any directives of probation and parole there, Judge. He does also, I think, have extensive work experience, and I don't think he'd have any difficulties obtaining employment.
Okay. Now, this is not a violation, but we're going to have to tally the lies up too. We're going to have to tally the lies up. Ernie Shell has now lied to the judge 3 times. 3 times. First, we're going to count that mustache as one lie. Second, the public defender just said he has extensive work history. False. That's all LARPing. That's all ideas. That's all dreams. False. And third, mustache, extensive work history too. And 3, this is just the lie counter. And 3, he has no problem getting a job. No, he went right back to YouTube, and that's about it. Let's keep it moving.
Judge, in terms of his risk score, we believe it came back as a 15 moderate, which is, I think, certainly on the lower end of moderate. And I would note as well for the court that, to my knowledge, and as indicated in the PSI, this is his first felony conviction. He understands the implications and consequences of that. So, Your Honor, we would submit that is an additional penalty here naturally.
So they did a PSI. For those that don't understand what that is, it's a pre-sentencing investigation. And this is in a different state, correct me if I'm wrong, than where his brother got arrested at. Now, if he has a felony in this state and he's there for a little bit, not from there, the PSI, they'll run that state's record, right? Sometimes in a PSI, if you got other charges in other states, it doesn't show up. Sometimes it does. So I don't know. I find it hard to believe that Ernie Shell this is his first felony. Now, let's obviously this is for this is for the warrant on the van. So he got arrested for that. Let me know in the chat. That was in Kentucky, white boy. Okay, thank you very much. What's up, Carol? How are you? Okay, thank you guys. Absconding from probation, shaking my head. Who does that? This phone keeps adding words. Sorry, no problem, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. Madison County, Kentucky, Degenerate as the actual probation officer. Okay, so thank you for saying that. Also, Degen, this is the channel that we're looking at, guys. Lies up to 3 right now. Yes, the mustache. Mr. Nobody says no, but they both in Kentucky. Some same state. Okay, let's continue it.
As well as the amount of time that he served at this point, which is close on to 6 months. I've reviewed with him.
Now listen to the judge, guys. Listen to her words.
Another couple of months.
I do have captions on, correct? Captions, so you can.
He is aware of that, and he is still requesting that. He is still willing to submit himself to those directives of probation and parole.
Mr. Smith?
I was concerned somewhat about the offender's statement. If he says that he's not guilty, I don't think we ought to find him guilty if he's innocent. So, Mr. Thomas, does he acknowledge that he's guilty or he's got in?
So the state asks, does he acknowledge that he's guilty? Ernie mutters, meh, meh. I guess that counts as a yes. Meh, meh. So we'll take that as a yes. And now the state's going to tell the judge, okay, look, this fuckboy has said he's guilty. Let's proceed.
I don't disagree with Mr. Thomas. He would be served out and done probably in a month and a half, 2 months. I think probably being on supervision may benefit in society.
Okay.
What up, people goes?
I reviewed the PSI.
I got you.
Let's say he has in excess of 160 days.
Now listen to this shit to the judge, y'all.
Well, I'm just saying in excess.
Yes, sir.
Because you are saying more and I only have what's in front of me. So he has in excess of 160 days, no prior felonies, 15 moderate, as he's brought to the court's attention before, but as is indicated here, he's a veteran.
Oh my God. What a piece of shit. So the judge in open court, I mean, people, for what it's worth, she doesn't know. She's reading the papers that are given to her. It's this piece of shit who does stolen valor in the courthouse, making the judge look like an idiot. Now, it's very important that we continue to listen, right? So we'll have to throw that on the lie meter, line number 4. Now, it's very interesting what is said next pertaining to outside the courthouse. She's like, so she basically says something like this. I'm paraphrasing. She basically says, look, the guy has a mustache and he doesn't have any prior felonies. Okay. And he's a veteran, blah, blah. But I don't really understand all the stuff outside the courthouse, all the noise outside the courthouse, something, and I'm paraphrasing. So my interpretation to that was, this is people reaching out to the courthouse. Hey, look, this guy has a mustache. Hey, look, this guy's a LARPer. Hey, look, it has to be that. Let's have a listen.
And has a decent employment history. You know, there's a lot of noise from outside of court related to this case, but
there it is right there.
I can only.
She just did it right at line number 5. Let me just rewind it back in just a second here, people. Let's have a listen.
And has a decent employment history. You know, there's a lot of noise from outside of court related to this case, but I can only judge what's in the court file and what's in the PSI without objection from the Commonwealth. I will go.
Well, Judge, for, Your Honor, with all due respect, you fucking should have listened to the people calling in. Because now Your Honor, with all respect, ma'am, you look like an asshole. This guy does not have any valor. This guy has never served the military. He's taking that from people who actually have. And come on, lady. You should have, you guys, I hate to see the judge look like this, man. And I don't know the judge. I have no problem with the judge. But it's just so sad to see this. And then this is Ernie LARPing in real life. Like, imagine what's going on in his head right now. He's like, oh, yeah, I got her. She's believing it. Yeah. But he's about to give her his Cash App link. He's about to throw the PayPal, the Venmo link at her. He's about to hit her with a grift. It's working so well for him in open court. He's about to he's about to grift somehow. But he's controlling himself. He's got the mustache on. It's very serious. He controls himself. Why is Ahmad using all caps? I don't know. Does that bother you?
Go ahead and probate Mr. Shell 1 year for 2 years. That's going to be subject to the standard conditions of probation and parole.
By the way, that's my wife.
I don't know where you intend to live, Mr. Shell. So all I want to say at the first part of this is you'll have to start out by reporting to Richmond Probation and Parole Office. If you're given orders or directions or you're planning to transfer, you have to really follow that process deliberately. If you don't get to the right places at the right time, they'll ask me to issue it. Okay. So just make sure you report to Richmond Probation and Parole Office, follow standard guidelines of probation supervision, follow all the directions of your probation officer. You pay a monthly supervision fee, monthly drug and alcohol testing fee, and from time to time you might be subjected to random and drug and alcohol testing. You have no further violations of the law, maintain full-time employment, pay court costs within 6 months. From time to time, depending on what's going on in your life, you might be directed to complete a class, do some type of.
Wow, she just threw a lot at me, and I'm trying to catch and stay with all the words. So so there's a lot of violations here. He went to another state. Obviously, if he got a DUI, he broke the alcohol and substance abuse policy. Okay. Now, maintain steady employment. That did not happen, right? Pay all fines within a 6-month period. I don't know if that happened or not. I do know that he had a monetized channel. The memberships were coming in. These lion tiger people, they're complete dunces. They probably paid it off for him. So that could be he could have done that, or maybe he hasn't. Now, let's continue this. There's a lot getting thrown at us right now.
Programming or workbook. Of course, if your probation officer has decided that's necessary for you, you need to follow their directions and complete that programming. Okay. The other two things here based on information from the PSI, actually, it's just one thing. In reviewing the PSI, I don't see it necessary to do a social service clinician assessment at this time. There's not anything in his record that indicates any type of substance use disorder or alcohol use disorder. However,
oh my God, lady. Holy shit. Did you miss him walking down the highway messed up? Did you miss that one? Man, I'll tell you what, this court is this is not good. And look, they should have blame for this. Let's keep it real. She said in open court that there's a lot of outside noise, but I don't see anything in his lady. Well, he's lying to you on the PSI stuff. He's not on the military. He doesn't have a steady job. You should have listened to some of that noise. It's not every day and every defendant that you get a lot of noise. The next person that you're going to see, a lot of people aren't calling in from YouTube trying to enlighten and educate you about who you're dealing with. But you guys should have listened to that noise, man. And I'm sure some of it was noise, and I'm sure some of it was annoying. I'm sure some of it wasn't all real. But for Christ's sakes, you knew what was going on. This is a failure. This is, in my opinion, this is on them. Let's continue this.
I would like for you to do a mental health assessment just to make sure that you have any needs identified and can be working on them while you're on supervision so that you actually have a good opportunity to succeed here. And that means working on yourself sometimes, right?
Yes.
All right. Anything else from Mr. Shell?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Shell, see probation parole before you leave. Thank you. Nathaniel Spark.
Your Honor, Cole Adams. How do you say this? What's her name? Honorable Cole Adams Meyer. Honorable Cole Adam, whatever. I will share this in the chat again. Evil Ghost told me this in the comment section, and I found it. He said degen, but I figured it out. 491 views. It should have more than that. Let me leave a comment. I left the light. Great video. I shared this. So I'll tag them in the description too. Degenerate, how do I say this? Degenerate lost. That's it. Easy. So now let's leave this in the link. I want to read you guys' comments. Yeah, I think this is a total failure on the courts because they actually said it to people. They said it. What do y'all think about this? Let me hit this and enter on that. So that's rewinding now back to when he originally was on probation. As you can see in the title, the title, it said 213.25. Damn, he only made probation for he didn't make him 1 year. Okay. Let's look at this. Let me read the room here. Our courtrooms across the nation are nothing more than a manufacturing. That's so true, man. So true. It's amazing to me that all those people were making noise and nobody listened to them. Nobody? Come on now, man. That's unreal. And unfortunately, for not listening to these people who are trying to tell you guys what's going on, you look like an asshole. An open court, you say, he's a veteran. No, he's not. You should have listened to these people, man. I'm not feeling too well. It's gone. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, very sad. These judges aren't listening at all. Look at Emmanuel. Very, very good point. Very good point. Very good point that I'm going to be talking about here in a little bit when we get to Seth, which is going to be next. Very good point. Yeah, so that's a shitty, man, they have to wear that. What's happening, Shay B? What's happening, Mama? Very, very sad. I'm sure a lot of people tried to contact these people and let them know who they were dealing with. This guy is a known scammer. And for the people who support him, that's him basically scamming in the courtroom. I mean, the mustache is something new, but it's just out of control, people. It's just interesting and a great video right there. It's interesting to see. We got to see really what his stipulations were, right? And you basically saw he broke a lot of those with whatever this was that happened the other night. I'm still a little behind, or I haven't seen exact. All I know is he was high or drunk, and he obviously he wrecked the car, whatever, and they're going to charge him. He's on felony probation. His ass is going to jail. The mental stuff I hate to see because, look, he's competent. You saw a man right there, even though he went, meh, he acknowledged he's not crazy. People crazy. Let me just say this for y'all. For the people who want to give him sorrow and like feel bad for him. So I've been in and out of jail a lot of times. If you don't know, I have a whole bunch of YouTube videos about prison and stuff like that. In prison, you can play. Everybody gets the addict role one time, and you should play it. You should play it, right? Because you probably need the help, but you get, I'm an addict. My name is Matt, and I'm an addict. And what that does is it's a lighter sentence than hard time. Right? They might throw rehab at you. They might give you drug offender probation or something like that. Right? So let me rewind. In Florida, everybody gets a free felony. What do I mean by that? You get a felony charge as long as it's not a bad felony, like violent, sexual, anything weird. If you get caught with drugs or something like that, they will give you a probation, right? And if you complete the probation for your first felony, they will, depending on what the felony is, if it's drug related, you have an opportunity for that to get off your record if you complete the steps. It's called a free felony. Now, second card that you can play is I'm an addict, right? Now, after you play both those cards, which unfortunately for me, before I got my life right, I was like, what's the next card? And you know what the next card is? It's very hard in the criminal element. It's called crazy. And I tried to play the crazy role before. Oh, yes, I did. It is not as easy as people think, right? People were like, look, save the brownie from lunch, right? And put some water on it and crumble it up, right? And then put it in your boxer shorts. And when you go in front of the judge, make a fart noise and act like you're eating your shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to do that. But that's what you have to do to play crazy, right? Because when I was trying to get out of 3 years from assault on an officer, and I was trying to play crazy. I was so high and drunk. I was crazy. I lost my man. What they end up doing is sending in psychologists in all this to ask you basic questions, and you have to show them that you're nuts. So the brownie roll probably would have helped me best, right? When you talk to these professionals and these psychologists, they're there to do a job. Oh, and you're paying for it too. So the crazy roll costs cheddar, but they're going to get, do you understand right from wrong? That's what they're there to find. And Ernie Shell is an adult man, and he knows right from wrong. If he didn't know right from wrong, he wouldn't be able to scam people. But because he has a brain and he can think, he's able to come up with these scams. He's able to get over on you. A crazy person doesn't know how to do that. So stop with this crazy shit. It's not going to work in court. I'm not buying it. He's a grifter. He's a scammer. He's a scumbag. That's what he is. He plays with ginormous black and fluorescent pink dildos in his hair hole. That's what he is. That's what he does. Stop with the crazy shit. It's getting on my nerves. What's up, barbecue lady? We are all a little crazy. This is true. This is true. Speaking of crazy, congrats, barbecue lady, on the win. I know it's late. I know I've said it to you on Twitter before, but we support you. We love to see it. So the next person that wants the sorrow and all this other shit would be also congrats on your YouTube channel. I saw it. I know you have a huge following on TikTok, but you should keep doing the YouTube stuff. You know what I'm saying? You should. Just my advice. Do what you want. Ernie wants to be on paper as being crazy because he can get free government assistance. Yep, I can believe that. Well, we still have to go through the appeal now. I heard. Yeah, I'm going to drop this link for you, barbecue, because I would like to hear it. So I've heard people talk about it, and I saw posts. I don't know if you're busy or not. If you want to, I would love to hear it from the horse's mouth, but that's the best way to get correct information. So I'm dropping a link. If you want it, it's yours. If not, that's cool too. don't grab it if you can't talk about it, or it's going to hurt your situation. Obviously, having trouble connecting. Please check your internet. What incarnation? What? There it is. I don't know what that said. So, anyhow, Seth, man, if you haven't seen this, I'm a couple days late on this. You got Seth Rogers, and it's kind of sad to see this, but the dude's at the courthouse by himself. Right, he's fat and freckly out there, and his YouTube, his green team have shit all over this guy. Like the best the green team did was a Karen letter. You know, we'll be all over that in a second. A Karen letter and a post. That's it. And if you haven't seen this, people, it's pretty sad. You're not buffering at all. It's all good. All right. I don't think barbecue's coming up, so I will jump to this. If she does, somebody get my attention. So if you haven't seen this, I will enlighten you with this. Let me do it like this first. So you have a clip I will show you, and then we have all types of posts to show you from the Twitter streets. So let's get to this first. Let me make it enormous, like the comments. Well, so let me do this. Okay, so barbecue lady's here. What's up, barbecue lady?
I've been sick for like 3 days. I've been sick for like 3 days, but I'm here.
Right on. So yeah, what's the update? What is going on?
Well, you know, they filed for a reinstatement of the appeal under this thing called Nunc Pro Tunc. And it took a couple weeks for the judges to review everything. And they did grant their reinstatement. However, I think that they granted it because they see through all the bullshit and they would like this to be case law. So, unfortunately, it's going to
possibility
force us to pay more attorney fees, but what's that?
Damn. Yeah. No, I'm just listening to what you're saying. That's crazy. So you guys have to pay. Yeah, of course you have to pay more for this. It's more hours and everything else, right?
Yeah, it costs about $2,500 to do all the printing and binding for the brief that we have to file. We're still waiting on their brief to be filed. They've had about 2.5 months to put a brief together, and with their extension for bereavement, and then the August 1st granting of the dismissal, and now the reinstatement, we still don't have we still don't have their brief. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a waste of fucking time. We are almost 3 months into this as they filed their appeal in May.
Why did they do everything like it? I don't believe that they're unprepared. Like, is this a tactic to make you pay? I mean, because if they're on time with all their deadlines and shit, it's less like even them dragging this out to the last minute. It's more expensive for y'all, isn't it? Is that this another like sideways low key tactic? Is that what that is?
I think so. I mean, I think that they also feel like they have a fucking fighting chance. And in my opinion, they're just burning and digging themselves a deeper fucking hole. But yeah.
And Hong is still making, I saw on Twitter, is he still
sexual fucking comments? He was making sexual comments about Granny. He made, so I went to Nashville for a few days, and we were out hanging out, you know, in Nashville, and I was eating like a walking taco. I only eat like one meal a day, and you know, they screenshot me from the side like ha ha ha, and he said, "This is what hoes in Kensington be like," and I'm like, You would know what the hoes in Kensington look like, Hong, but I doubt that they want anything to do with your fucking smelly, fupa, piss-smelling fucking crotch.
So
Do you know
seriously,
about
what?
do you know about Kensington?
I know it's like really like a lot of drugs and stuff, like a lot of fentanyl,
Yeah,
right?
so it's like the police monitor it, but they actually ask like civilians who are trying to come in with you know, sustaining packs and backpacks and food. They actually ask those people to leave because it encourages people to stay. That, I mean, these people are just standing in the middle of the street like a zombie.
I know. Yeah,
It's
there's a channel
horrible.
I was. Yeah, have you ever seen the channel on YouTube? All they do is put Kensington on 829. They just drive around. He don't say too much and just shows all the zombies. It's crazy. He gets a lot of views. But
It's
yeah, it's
horrible.
nuts, man. That's
But
wild.
but then another
What's
picture,
it?
he was like, put the pipe down, hung. I don't know what he thinks that I do, but I don't smoke crack. I don't smoke meth. I don't even smoke weed. So I don't know what pipe. Maybe he was asking put the pipe down because he wanted the dick. He wanted to grab the dick. I don't know. That's the only pipe I can think of.
he's so pathetic with his digs, man. If you got those, send me the post if you could on Twitter DMs, like so I could show them. What's up with the TMZ and the media hall? I know they kind of grabbed a hold of this for a second. I was helping you get a hold of, trying to tag them and help you guys, and then this weirdo contacted them, didn't he? Dick the
Yeah.
Hat.
Well, so we can't say for 100% that it was Nick. However, so this is what happened. We, as the coherent, conscious community of people, obviously know that Nick tried to sell TMZ this story in the beginning, and when things didn't go their way, that communication, I think, stopped. However, we still feel that the community should know. I mean, Dog the Bounty Hunter's son, Leland's wife, is getting TMZ content for posting, swimsuit pictures on the beach, but you don't want to talk about how two single mothers in Pennsylvania were forced to pay almost $100,000 in attorney fees for a frivolous lawsuit on the back of a missing child. So we
It's
wanted to bring
wild.
that to the forefront. And I think that there's a large amount of people that also think that should be, it's newsworthy. And so,
Absolutely.
so I put for a strong week, I was tagging and a lot of people were tagging. And, on the first time it was mentioned, it was like, oh, I didn't hear of that. Dog the Bounty Hunter sued two single mothers in Pennsylvania. We're going to look into that. So as soon as we heard that they had captured that, they knew, I went to social media and I said, we should flood TMZ's tip line to let them know. And I put all the court documents in there so that everybody could see exactly that this was public information.
Right.
And someone from At Night decided to send my attorney, Tom King, an email saying that, also tagging Harvey Levine, and basically saying, like, these are the exact things that we're trying to prevent with court. First of all, their accusations of me flooding a tip line, of calling in false leads to the FBI, calling Nick's parole officer, all these false accusations, they do not mirror me asking the public to call in a news tip line with factual information.
Everybody
And
does that on the internet. When there's a story and people want more awareness on it, everybody does that. Whether it's TMZ, ABC, whatever news source. I mean, come on,
yeah,
these are idiots, man. Idiots.
so
It's
so my attorney got an email from At Night, okay? And my attorney didn't take too well to that because as a plaintiff, you don't have the right to message my attorney. And so he wrote a nice little email back saying, like, you guys might have fun with these little shenanigans, but we surely don't. Don't ever. You need to tell your clients to never contact me ever again. And I'm paraphrasing.
Good.
That's not exactly what he said.
Right.
It is on my Twitter.
Right.
I did post the email. And
Hell
then
yeah.
from there was a retaliation. So then the whole bullying accusation against me at night put on their page that this woman was bullied and murdered by TikTokers, which it's directly aimed at me because 6 of the plaintiffs have already falsely accused me of that. And so that started that. And, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, Nick, get fucking help. You need
For
help.
real.
You fucking need help. I've seen you in person. I can make my own cognitive assessment of your appearance. Um, you
Them boys
know,
look rough.
dude, they look really bad. You need some sun because
The
you're looking a
fact that
little gray.
the fact that fat idiot Hong, I'm not in a lawsuit or whatever. I can say whatever I want about that piece of shit. But
He is
the
fat.
fact that
He is
dude, the
fucking
fact-
fat. That's a factual statement. He's fucking fat.
he has no room to talk about anybody's looks. He's a goofball. His ankles are like that big. I mean, it's crazy. That dude is a big goofball, man. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's wild that he has any balls to say that stuff. And it really is still going on. It's nuts. Are they leaving your daughter alone at least?
Well, yeah, they have to on the restraining order.
Good.
But to sit there and say like Granny's watching's currency is blowjobs. What did he say? What was it? I think something like that. But just to like insinuate that she's getting sexual favors or giving sexual favors for currency, like, dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get back to Delaware County in front of Judge Eckel because I have been compiling an impact statement that is going to blow the judge's fucking hair back because I don't think nobody knows what's going on. They just see court filings. They don't know. They have not seen, they have not observed, they have not documented, they have not dealt with, they have not mentally and physically been impacted by what these people have done. But I'm telling you, we're laying it all out there. All of it.
Good. So wait a minute. I didn't even know that. So this moron, he is in a pending let's just say litigation, and he literally basically in so many words said that Granny is a
it's his last post. Pull up his whatchamacallit, pull up his ex real quick.
Yeah, I will. Let me share it. I'll do it right now.
We're the last 2 posts on there. I started just tagging the FBI, TBI, the governor of Pennsylvania. I just started tagging him in all of their posts. Honestly, I'm so sick of it. It's been almost a year, and when does it stop? What's crazy is he's a managing partner for Adnight. Hong is a managing partner for Adnight.
Idiot, man. Damn, what's his name?
He was allegedly hired to help find a missing child, and he is defaming, harassing, terrorizing, slandering. It's disgusting. He literally called Katie a killer. I have the screenshot just like last week. If you look at his replies, he's like on Kate. He literally wrote, "Katie is a killer." Yeah. What's that say? Granny's currency
guys,
is blowjob.
So she's yeah. So his literally last post a couple days ago, Granny's currency is blowjob, not monies. Then he's got barbecue. He like freeze down. Hose in Kensington be like, she's eating. He like freeze where she's eating and like laughing. What a weirdo. She opens her legs more than McDonald's open doors. Grandma is a stalker. What a weird piece of shit, fat moron this guy. Katie needs to be, he doesn't even speak English correctly. Katie need to be put in cage. She is a raccoon who would kill their child and live happy life. Proudfoot. Name go good, huh? From wife beater to family killers. What a piece of shit. I'm gonna roast this guy for you guys. I got it.
He's
I got
disgusting.
it. Matter of fact,
he roasts himself. He literally roasts himself. He is one of the biggest
Yeah.
fucking losers that I've ever encountered on planet Earth. Top 10 by far. Needs to get a fucking life. Wants to sit over there and talk so much trash. He couldn't even get a fucking blowjob probably if a hoe in Kensington, I don't even want to say it, but he's disgusting. He is so
Dude,
fucking
have you
disgusting.
ever done it? Barbecue, have you done this? Look, I clicked over to his media. Like I was just on post, right? Now I went over to media. It's you, it's Granny, Clue, it's you, it's Avocado, it's you, all of us. It's Granny, you. Holy shit! Go to his media and just screenshot that.
I
There's
have
one
it
he's made
all.
of me. I haven't
It's
seen
all
this one yet.
documented. It's all documented.
What even is this? Oh, this is because he thinks Chris Proudfoot pays me. Fucking moron. What even is this? All right, I haven't roasted this guy in a long time, and
you know
he's due a roast.
when they testified on the stand, because they had to take the stand in my county when they were up against their restraining orders, protective order. Sorry. You know, they literally they swore under perjury and testimony of perjury of law that that they were one of like 60 people, approximately 60 people who worked in their AI department. That's AI right there. I mean, you made me look a little younger with
Sure
my
is. That's why I paused
wrinkles. It's fucking disgusting.
So yeah, that was a weird clip of like so weird. Yeah, he's making AI like he's like taking the time to take photos. So I fuck around with AI too. And I know you know a little bit about it, but what he's taking a picture of you, bringing it to an app and having them and putting in you have to type like what you want AI to do. So he literally had to say, put a beard on Granny. Like he's thinking of this weird shit. Like, and I don't even know what this is. I'll play it with no volume, but like what even is he trying to do?
I don't know. Here? It's just bullshit.
It's so weird. This guy's such a loser, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming up and letting us know what's happening. I hope you guys win, man. And, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
we're riding it out, and justice will prevail. Unfortunately, Granny and I are the target. You know, Tony, he's over there in Oklahoma opening a car wash and a storage unit.
Interesting.
You know, where is Tony? Why wasn't At Night? Why wasn't Dog the Bounty Hunter out with Seth Rogers this week? Why was Seth sitting there by himself all week long?
Absolutely.
Where's his people? Where are they? You know where they are?
So
they don't want to get involved because they have basically intimidated and scared off all the people who actually did give a fuck. Me being one of them. I'll never help with another missing kids case ever in my entire life. Ever.
So let me ask you a question. Ever. There was one lady there, I think her name was Jennifer, that was with Seth. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, that's a astrology for mystics or whatever the fuck her name is. Yeah.
Oh, it's a psychic channel?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, gotcha. Okay. That's interesting.
Mystics for astrology or astrology for mystics. I'm not sure. I don't even pay attention, honestly.
Yeah, that's wild though, because that's all he had in his corner, man. It's so bad. But
he was on a
crazy,
TikTok.
Man.
He was on a TikTok live in the background one day, drunk with her. She was live on TikTok, and you could just hear him drunk in the background. Who knows? Party it up, guys. Party it up.
Yeah. All right, barbecue. I want to finish this up. I gotta take the well to the pharmacy after this. Hey, what's your YouTube link?
I think it's BBQ Lady from TikTok, all one word. I only have 2 videos on there.
Yeah, but people, I know there's a lot of people who they just won't go to TikTok, and even if you make, you could. I know you're like more on TikTok, but you could download the videos on TikTok and just put them over here without making extra content, and then people can follow you over here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's people like I'm kind of like that.
Sorry, there's a delay. No, I was just gonna say,
Yeah, put it up there. I'm gonna drop the link, man. And
yeah, the only video that's really of relevance is Brittany J. Basically saying that she never said I bullied anyone to death. And then I clipped the live where she actually did say it. So she's just like contradicting herself. So whatever. These people can say
Gotcha.
whatever they want. Just be prepared for the countersuit or a whole fucking ass defamation suit. Just be prepared. That's not a threat either. It's my legal right just to say that out loud
Absolutely.
publicly.
I hope you guys demolish him, barbecue. And I really
You
I
had
really
Steve
do.
Fisher
And,
in here. I don't know if he's still in here, but Steve Fisher, good work on the Emmanuel case as
I
well.
didn't
But
see it.
yeah, he was up there a
SF,
second.
I didn't see you, brother.
He said something about
Damn, I
Hong's
didn't
a
see
virgin.
SF. Oh, here he
Hong, we
is.
think you're a virgin,
Hong
you
was a
fucking
virgin.
loser. All right, I'll catch you
SF is
later.
the man. We love SF. Support him. Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right, see
That's
ya.
cool. She hopped up. We appreciate it. Okay, y'all subscribe to her channel. Y'all follow SF on X. SF is doing amazing work as of lately. We were just watching him on Law and Crime. You have Fat Freckly. He's fat and he's freckly. So that's so weird. This is so what I'm showing you guys, just so if you don't know or not. I went to this weirdo Kim Jong-un, his Twitter page, and you have posts, replies, and medias. And she was telling me, to show the posts, so I knew what she was talking about. And all I did was click over to media, and it's all like, it's so weird. Like, this is bad. I told her to screenshot it. She already had it. She knows what she's doing, y'all. And she's got a good lawyer. It seems like. I appreciate her coming up and letting everybody know what's happening with this. But so what I wanted to show y'all with this Seth stuff is let's do it now. Here is the news clip of old Seth, just to catch you up to speed, right? Of what happened in the last couple of days, what she was talking about, and kind of where I want to go next in the live.
Today marks a year and a half.
I'll drop this in the.
He's doing this week to change that.
I'd like to know where Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers
to be at home. He deserves to be around somebody that loves him.
Sebastian Rogers vanished in February 2024. Search efforts stretched across Sumner County, bringing in the TBI, FBI, and multiple local agencies. But after a little over a week, Sumner County Sheriff's Office announced they were scaling back and shifting their focus on the investigative side. Since March of last year, the Sheriff's Office hasn't held a press conference on the case. And Seth Rogers, the father of Sebastian, says his calls to investigators have gone unanswered.
They won't speak to me since I sent them an email telling them about 15 things they needed to check. And if they hadn't done it, then you haven't done your job.
A year and a half later, Seth Rogers says he still has had no answers from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and that's why he's out here today, demanding to know an update to his son's case.
Why are you up there in that office? I hope you're working on finding my son, because
look at him, y'all. There's nobody out there with him. Nobody. I'm going to show you who actually had his back, right? I asked Barbecue who that lady was, because we're going to get a good look at her in a minute. It's interesting that she said it was a psychic channel. Who remembers the beginning of this thing? Seth and Tony turned all psychics down, right? And here we are now. All the green team, all his online friends have shit all over him, and he's left with, wait for it, psychic channels.
I'm waiting.
With a microphone in hand, joined by friends and supporters holding signs reading "Justice for Sebastian," Seth says he won't stop.
I don't get to take my son hunting or fishing. I don't get to play video games with him. I don't get to play cards. I don't get to watch movies. I get nothing while you're up there in your office.
We just want Sumner County to do something different.
That is, okay. I asked when Barbecue was up here, this is the lady Jennifer, right? I don't know what grifting psychic channel she has, but that's Here it is.
To get different results.
Even retiring Sumner County District Attorney Ray Whitley says he is anxious to see this case solved.
There is more work to be done than certainly we want to have answers at some point, and I hope and pray that we do.
But Seth says until that happens, he is not leaving. He plans to stand outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office every day this week and for, quote, as long as it takes. He's asking for the community to join him.
Do you expect your children to be safe? Because for the last year and a half, my son isn't. And he's not doing his job to get it done.
News 2 reached out to the Sumner County Sheriff for a statement. He says this is still an active investigation and the department is continuing to follow leads and coordinate.
Okay, guys. So now what I want to do is show you guys that psychic. I'm going to slow it down. Here's the link in chat to that video. But you guys, here's the thing, right? Who remembers on interviews, specifically on Seth's channel, him saying, well, Sebastian will never become Summer Wells' case. Hey, man, this is missing children. This is missing people. This is not regular crime. Why you're having these online tragedy pimps attack Steve Fisher, SF, he's one of the best to do this. He's found double digits in missing people. Double digits. He's found he's going on 30 people found. 30, right? You would want that guy. You would want anything to do with that guy if you were in this predicament as a parent. The last thing you do is shit on that guy. He's like a goat. He's one of the best to do this, right? I mean, it's not a competition or anything, but there's receipts. It's proven. He's one of the best to do this. But you had people attack him, shit on him, and you said your son's case would never become a Summer Wells thing. I don't want it to become a Summer Wells thing, but that's such a big-headed and evil thing to say. What happened is you befriended these shithead tragedy pimp green team people who did the same thing in Summer's case, and they flood your head with all types of negative and disgusting thoughts about Summer's case. And every time you have brought up Summer Wells' case, Seth, I've been right here to report on it because I've paid close attention to that. And unfortunately, this is a missing persons case. This is not crime. It's not crime. This is all you have is a timeline, and you got to get outside people like a SF, something like that. But you went about this the wrong way, man. And Emmanuel, his parents did what they did, right? Very fast, they were arrested. They were caught lying and all that. You don't see these tragedy pimp morons attacking those parents. Why? Why? They were just arrested. In situations where the parents are involved, the police usually nab them up pretty quick. Usually, right? Why don't people attack those people? Why don't they attack Quentin Simon's mother? Why? She's been convicted. There's evidence. No, because the conspiracy and the thought that Don Wells and Candace Wells might have done some harm to Summer is more entertaining. The conspiracy that Chris and Katie may have done something to Sebastian is more entertaining. And that's what tragedy pimps are always going to do. They're never going to report on Emmanuel. They're never going to report on They did report on Quentin Simon's mom when the thought of her doing something was still there. But after the fact, they don't talk about it. They don't attack the parents that really hurt the kids. That's just what they're going to do. Your jealousy for your ex made you attack them. And it was weird to see, and it was great YouTube content, and all channels utilized it. And your own friends shit all over you. So people, let me show you who was with Seth the other day. Yeah, all you guys know all this already, what I just said, right? Y'all live Sebastian Rogers right there with me. But let's have a look at what happened the other day. So let me show you, and let me show you what his friends did. So here is a picture of the video we just saw. And you got Seth. He's out there by himself. It's come from Beautiful Sunflower on Twitter. Good people. I follow him. Look like, let me, and then you have, there's the psychic chick, Astrology for Mystics. She got 210 views, 1.33 thousand subs for going out there and standing with Seth. And let's keep it real. That is the only reason she did it. Let's keep it 100. Now, where were his other friends, the bigger friends, you might ask? Here's Bullhorn Betty. What would she have to say? I just heard that Seth Rogers has arrived at Sumner County. He had a massive migraine from the heat and sun yesterday, which prevented him from being out there any earlier. If anybody would like to go out and see him and share their story, share their love, please head out there. He's there now. Well, you damn sure weren't there, but you were there when it was beneficial to you. You absolutely were. But then we have this. Smiley. She literally pulls a Karen. Oh, this is literally a Karen. This is my open letter to Brandon Carter at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. I emailed, can I have the manager? August 29th. Dear Mr. Carter, I need the manager. I know you and your office see Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' father outside your building. The question that weighs on so many of us is, why won't you go out there and stand with him? You, Sheriff Craddock, and your office have the ability to make a statement, even if you say nothing more than you care. Walk outside, look him in the eye, tell him you're doing everything you can, tell him you're sorry, tell him that Sebastian matters, because he does. That the world is watching. Each day that passes without acknowledgement only deepens the impression that your office doesn't care, or worse, has something to hide. The silence speaks louder than any words ever could. Coming from the lady who can't put her eyebrows on correctly. Coming from the lady that should have a missing eyebrow sign around with her all the time. Coming from the lady who also wrote the judge a letter when her husband beat the shit out of her and he was charged for domestic violence. She said he can't go to jail because he helps her with her YouTube channel. And she does awareness for Summer Wells. And then close the picture for Summer. This lady has a track record of Karen letters. But you weren't out there, though. You weren't out there with missing eyebrows. You weren't out there with smeared makeup all over your face. You wrote a letter, and I don't even think you sent it. You just did it for clout. That you did exactly what Betty did. Let it seem like it matters. Because it doesn't. All y'all used this guy and got every penny and piece of clout you possibly could off of him. And now he's worthless to you. And, well, many of us knew that was going to happen for years now. Maybe it's this time that Seth is just realizing it himself. Hopefully he is. Hopefully he is. I think that Seth does see that. I think that Seth does know that. I think that Seth does know everything that I've said in the last 10 minutes. I think he knows because he, just like Ernie Shell, is not crazy. He's a man. He can think. He's smart. He's not stupid. He knows right from wrong. And he knows exactly what he's doing, in my humble opinion. There was over $200,000 spent on the search, $22,000 spent on billboards. How much did Seth actually spend? That is interesting. I did not know that as far as exactly numbers. Wow. Where is Tony? Where is Betty? Where is At Night? Why aren't they standing with him? Well, Michelle, we just showed you that At Night is worried about what barbecue is doing in Kensington. So much that they took pictures of her, slowed it down, then took the pictures, went to AI, put a prompt in to say, to make barbecue look like she's doing other things. But you're right. Not a fuck thing. Zero about Sebastian Rogers. Nothing. You're absolutely right. But a lot with barbecue, a lot with Granny. You were right on time. Seth is like O.J. Simpson, can't stay out of the media and kept drawing attention to himself. So true. So true. She was just on panel. You have to and she's in chat, Michelle. You have to rewind a little bit. Slush LLCs and nonprofits, profitable gaming platforms, Roblox videos. Very, very true. Smash a like, y'all. White Boy, I agree. They could have said something because I believe they are working on finding Sebastian. They want performance content, not reality. Bingo. That fake ass bombshell reloaded. I can't with Smiley. Me either. She allegedly supposed to be there Thursday. Crimes. Who? Betty? Is that who you're talking about? Now, who's this fucking lady? Who's this? Yeah, 210 views. We need to roast this lady. Who's this fucking astrology moron? Let me go back and have a look-see because I want to, we all need to get on this ass. Let's have a look-see at it one more time. Where's this lady at? It's going to be this one here, right here. This one here. So her name is the channel's called Astrology for Mystics. It's got 1.33K subs. This post was made by Beautiful Sunday it was made yesterday. Beautiful Sunday made this post yesterday at 9:07 p.m. And what they did is she snagged a screenshot from the video, which had 210 views as of so at 8 o'clock it had 210 views. Name of the video is called "Where is Sebastian?" Interesting. I'm definitely gonna. She just owed her. She just got herself a parody video. Is what you got, lady. Promise you that. It's coming. It's coming real soon. I promise you that. Shay B, Betty lies. Yes. She got a grift. Yes, Shay B. The date he went missing screams inside job and points directly at Seth. A lot of people do feel like that. Seth said he handed out 40,000 flyers. That's 16 feet of paper. Where are the flyers? God damn, Barbecue's got the shit like mathematically detailed, and she is up on it. She wants answers. She's done the math. She's not making AI videos, and she's not making stupid jokes. BHB claims her mom is having surgery, so she couldn't go out. She couldn't go out with Seth. No, she already used dead mom once. She has already used dead mom once. We're not doing that again. Funny though, she had 3 hours to sit online today. She's already used. My mom is horrifically sick before. We're not buying that shit. BHB. Here's my astrology mystic fucking psychic prediction. When Betty goes to Tennessee, if she goes, which we all know she's not, but if she goes, wait for it. What had happened is, guys, I can't get back to Florida. My carburetor went. The muffler. The car broke again. For the 9,000th time, guys. Here's the GoFundMe link. Here's the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Please get me home. I'm stuck, actually. I did this for you, guys. I mean, the car. I mean, how many times is the car going to break? For Christ's sakes. You can't, it's one thing to, grift, but they put the grift on repeat. Like, we've seen the grift 10 times already. You have to at least switch it up. You can't believe any of these crazy people. Absolutely. I didn't know. That's possible. So you're saying that she got a new car and is grifting to fix the old one? Definitely can go for that. Coming from the lady who cock-blocked her husband from fixing and installing my toilet. All I wanted to do is put some money in her ex-husband's boyfriend's wallet, and she made that go away. The dude ain't answering my text no more, nothing. And then she made the that live, Shay B posted it. Good catch, by the way, Shay B, where she's randomly talking about her ex, which she hasn't in years. And then she's talking about him doing like handyman work after she caught him coming over here. Unbelievable. They owe nothing to Seth. It's true. But yeah, guys, I got to take the well to the pharmacy. I got to be there by a certain time. So I wanted to get on here. Please, if I've missed anything with Ernie Shell, leave it in the comments for awareness. I'm a little behind on the Seth situation. If you know anything about this astrology lady, please drop it in the comments for awareness. I'm going to get off this thing here. I have the next 4 days off of work. I took a vacation day, and we have Labor Day or whatever. What's Monday? Memorial? Is it Memorial or Labor Day? One of the two. So she was abusive to him. Yeah, she choked the guy out 96 times. She's talking about starting a Patreon today. Jesus Christ. Labor Day, thank you. So I took today off because I got Monday off. So I will go live at least once or two more times. Thank you, White Boy. Have a wonderful day. No problem. You know, I hopefully I can make, I don't want to say this live because I have to hold myself to it, but I should say it live. I've been trying to get over to Saturday Night Live over on Elevated Truths for some time. I have no idea why. Would you guys remind me either on a DM, whatever, if you have Noel's information? I need to go over there and get with him, man, because he's good people. And I heard that they're doing something. So maybe y'all see me over there on Saturday night. I'm not sure. But I'm going to cut this barbecue lady video out specifically out of this live and re-upload it. Because I would like I said, I've been seeing and hearing about what they've been doing. And I've been seeing titles of lives and stuff. Not to say anybody who's covering this hasn't said it truthfully or whatever. It's just good to hear it from the person who are actually going through it. So specifically for awareness. And yeah, if you see, I will repost this asshole's posts from this live about barbecue and Granny. I'll quote post it and say something to him so you can see it on my X, if that all makes sense. That way you don't have to give him the view. But just if anybody's catching this late or you want to see, actually I showed them on screen so I can save myself all that. All right, y'all, I'm out of here, man. Y'all be easy. Let me know what I missed and be safe out here, man. The point of this one, don't be feeling sorry for these assholes. They both did this to themselves. That's it, man. All right. Till the next one, y'all. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at White Boy Radio Clips. And in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.